Hi friends, welcome to codewithsugi YouTube channel.
So in the previous video, we have discussed about how to create an array, how to assign the values, and how to retrieve the values from the array. All those things we have discussed with few examples, right? So in this video, we're going to discuss about how to create user-defined array and as well as object array. Okay, before we get into this video, if you are new to our channel and if you are not aware of what we have discussed till date, so you don't need to worry. We always used to add all the links in the description. So please go ahead and have a look on the previous videos. Okay, let's get into this video. And for this, I'm going to create a class called student. Fine. So we all know a student will always have a roll number. So for that, I'm going to create a integer variable roll number. Okay, then students will have name. So for that, I'm going to create a variable called name. If you want to create a few more variables, go ahead and create it. So to explain about this concept, just I'm creating two variables. One is a string and another one is the integer. Then we have to assign the value to the roll number and name, right? So if I initialize roll number equal to 0 and string name equal to some name, then I can't use this in a dynamic way. So to use the class for multiple times with different students, then what we have to do, we have to go with constructor. Okay, basically the constructor will starting with the keyword public and then we will use the same class name. Okay, so this is how we have to create the constructor. Okay, so in the upcoming videos, we're going to discuss about constructor. But for now, for the understanding purpose, I'm just explaining what is constructor. Okay. So the constructor will help us to initialize the values. Okay. Fine. How many values we are having? Two, right? So one is integer. Okay. Comma. The another one is string. Okay. So this is the local variables and this is global variables that we know, right? So now whenever we pass a values to the student constructor, then that value needs to get assigned to this class level variables. Okay, for that what we have to do, we have a keyword called this. Okay, whenever I say this dot, then it will show you the class level variables and methods. So this dot what roll number, right? So if we say like this, what it will do, whatever value we are getting into this roll number, then that will get assigned to the class level roll number variable. Okay, so see, I think now you can visualize the color, right? So with the help of the color coding itself, we can understand this dot roll number and int roll number, this both are same, and this roll number and this roll number is same. So whatever value you are getting it here will get assigned to this class level variable roll number. The same way we have to assign the value to name also. This dot name equal to name, right? Fine. So for our demo purpose, I'm going to have a public void display. Okay. It will print this out roll number, then plus double quotes and name. Okay. Then I'm going to say name. This how it's going to print the roll number, whatever value we are having into this roll number and whatever value we are having in this name. Okay, now I'm going to create another one class called student array example. Okay, now I'm going to take the main method here. So as of now, my requirement is I have to create 3 students. Okay, and the student should have roll number and name. Okay, for that I'm going to create a array for the student, then I'm going to say students equal to new student of 3. Now we have successfully created array for student, right? So whenever I say student, it's coming here. And now as usual, I will just print length of student array plus students dot length, right? Then we need to assign the values. Okay, for that, students of 0. Okay, we all know, right, the index will start from 0 and the index will end in the length minus 1. So here in this case the index will start from 0 and end in 2, 0, 1, 2. So we will hold 3 values. Okay, so we have to assign the value like this, student. Then we have to pass 1000 as an roll number and a name. I'm going to say Alvin. Fine. And the students of 1, the next student I'm going to save like student, I will say 2000 Amir. Okay, and students of 2 going to have a value like new student. Okay, 3000 we will say as Alex. So now we need to iterate this students array to see the values, right? So for that I'm going to take a for each. Okay, so we all know first we have to put a semicolon, then after the semicolon we have to say the array name, that is students. Then we have to create a variable with the same type of the array. Okay, that is student, we will say student. Okay, then we have to open and close the curly braces like this. Fine. So here from this student, the first student initially will get assigned to the student. That what we need to do, we all know, right? This we have a display method in this student class. So student dot display. Now I'm going to run this program to see what is the output we are getting. Okay, see, the length of the student array is 3 and the roll number is 1000, name is Alvin, roll number is 2000, name is Amir, roll number is 3000 and name is Alex. So this how we have to create a user defined array. Okay, I think now you have some good idea about how to create the user defined array. So the next one is object array, right? So do you know we have some limitations with the array concept. So the number one limitation will be, right, it's a fixed in size. That means dynamically we cannot update the size of the array. Once the array is created, then that's all. That's the size of the array. You cannot change the size of the array. So another one limitation is we can create arrays for the same data type values. If you created an array as an integer data type, then you have to hold only integer value. So to overcome this limitation, we have a concept called object array. So how to create an object array? So we know, right, whatever class you are creating in Java, everything by default will extend the class called object. For now, just I'm going to create a new class from here to show that really all the classes which we are creating in Java is extending the object class or not. Okay, here in this page we have a keyword called superclass. What is the class name they are specified it here? Object. Okay, so I think from this itself you can understand it like, so whatever class you are creating in a Java, always it will extend the class called object. Okay, so that's the reason whenever you create an object, okay, so here the student is object, right? So whenever you create an object like this and if you put a dot, then you are getting so many methods. Okay, but you haven't this roll number, name, display, we have defined it in student class. But equals, get class, hash code, notify all, toString, all those things are coming from a class called object. Correct? So see, object. So this how we can understand it like, so whatever class you are creating in Java will always extends the class called object. Okay, fine. So that's the reason whatever type you are having, you can assign that into a object array. Okay, so as simple as creating other array, we have to create object array also. So object, then we have to specify the bracket, and then we will say object array equal to new object of 5. We all know how to assign the value. Object array of 0 equal to, I'm going to hold integer value. Okay, and then object array of 1, I'm going to hold string. Then object array of 2, I'm going to hold a float value 10.434f. Okay, fine. Object array of 3, I'm going to have a double value. Object array of 4, I'm going to have a long value. Then we know, right, how to iterate this. For, then we have to say the type is object, right? So object obj colon the name of the array, that is object array, and then I'm going to print this out. Okay, obj. Fine. Now I'm going to run this program to see the output, right? Okay, so see, it's printing 10 ABCD, all the values as expected. So now to demonstrate something about this object array, I'm going to create an integer array. Okay, integer a equal to new int of 3. Okay, so here a of 0, I'm going to have a integer value. Okay, it's happily accepting the value. Then I'm going to say a of 1 equal to some different data type value. Then see, it's complaining us, right? So what is the complaint? It's saying type mismatch. Okay, you cannot put different type of values into an array. Okay, so but the object array is accepting all the types of values. So from this we can easily understand that the object array will allow us to hold any type of data. Okay, fine. Now I think you have some good idea about what is object array.
Thanks for watching our videos. Please subscribe our channel for more videos like this. Keep supporting us. Thank you.